Don't throw away, recycle for another day. Think green. How important are those phrases to you? As Americans, we throw away more than 1,200 pounds of trash per person each year. Recycling means converting waste into reusable material. The EPA estimates that Americans throw away 75% of solid waste material that could be recycled, and we only recycle at a rate of about 30%. If we want to breathe clean air and have drinkable waters and have usable earth resources for the rest of our lives, then we need to do our part in each household and reduce, reuse, and recycle. Today, I am going to let you know what is recyclable, what we are affecting each day by not recycling, and how to do your part and recycle. What exactly is recyclable? Well, basically everything. Glass and plastic bottles, paper and plastic bags are at the top of the list for the most thrown away and wasted materials to date. All types of metals and cardboard are recyclable. However, items that need special handling and are not acceptable at just any location are batteries, bulbs, polystyrene, which is like a styrofoam cup, plastic grocery bags, and electronics. When people were asked the main reasons why they decided not to recycle, the #1 response was because recycling is inconvenient. Just think that little extra effort that is put to put that one piece of material in a different container, that's the only reason people don't recycle, is unbelievable. Government and policymakers have made various programs to encourage recycling and reduce waste that is put into the landfills each day. Drop-off sites have become more common, and people use them more often when they are placed in a convenient location that they're actually familiar with. Curbside collection has become the most common household recycling program for households. Recycling has increased in America from 2009 until 2011. In 2009, there was 815,170 pounds of recycled material. Last year, in 2011, that number grew to 1,482,800 pounds of all material was recycled. However, that still isn't enough when you think about the 400 million tons of trash that is being sent to the landfills each year. What exactly are we affecting when we don't recycle? Wildlife and nature's resources, such as trees, are killed each and every day by our sheer laziness to go the extra step to ensure that we recycle. As many as 1 million sea creatures are killed each year by plastic bags that have either been thrown into or blown into the ocean. There's actually a site in the ocean that is called the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. It is about the size of Texas, and it is 80% plastic, and it weighs 3.5 million tons. By recycling 2,000 pounds of paper, you can save 2 barrels of oil, which can run a car for about 1,260 miles, 17 trees, and enough power for 6 months for the average home, and 3.2 cubic yards of landfill space can be saved. 250 million trees could be saved each year if all of our newspapers were recycled. Approximately 4 billion are cut down each year for the use of paper products. So many animals lose their homes and even die due to the lack of concern for the environment. Our ozone layer and global warming are huge concerns for the environment. Scientists believe that the excess of garbage collecting in the landfill are responsible for the 700 million tons of carbon dioxide that are released into the air, which is very toxic to our lungs and very toxic to humans. The toxic gas that is released into the air greatly affects the ozone layer. The gases cause the overall increase in temperature and affects the climates of the Earth. Each tree captures and holds carbon dioxide, which helps reduce global warming by the greenhouse effect. Recycling all types of containers and metal helps to reduce the carbon emissions that contribute to global warming. How to do your part and recycle? Well, recycling efforts vary city to city depending on where you live. Many cities are now offering curbside pickup, meaning that you fill up a bin in your city that you live in, the city provides that bin, you put your recyclable materials in there, set it out to your curb just like the trash, and then once a week a company that is contracted through the city will come by, pick it up, and recycle your items for you. Other cities have specialized large recycling containers that look like dumpsters, and they're actually labeled with what you can and cannot put inside of them. The recycle collector company usually will have a set of simple rules to follow, such as they usually ask to rinse out the item if it can be, remove all the lids from the containers, and finally know what can be recycled. Hazardous items are not acceptable. Jimmy Carter said, "Solid waste are the discarded leftovers of our advanced consumer society." This growing mountain of garbage, of trash, represents not only an attitude of indifference towards invaluable natural resources, but also a serious economic and public health problem. A funny and very useful quote by Dennis Hayes. He said, "Listen up, couch potatoes. Each recycled beer can saves enough electricity to run a television for 3 hours. David Myers at the local Institute for Self-Reliance said, "The case of recycling is strong. The bottom line is clear. Recycling requires a trivial amount of our time. Recycling saves money and it reduces pollution. Recycling creates more jobs than landfilling or incineration." And a largely ignored but very important consideration, recycling reduces our need to dump our garbage into someone else's backyard. I hope after this speech you can do your part on our planet and reduce, reuse, and recycle, and stop wasting away this precious, irreplaceable planet that we live on. Thank you.